I'm Madman Pondo, and what kind of idiot are you that you're not tuning in to the World of Kayfabe podcast? Do it now, or else.
Oh, there. We're live, pal.
Hey, what's up?
Gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of What a Kayfabe podcast, a pro wrestling podcast. I am your hostess with the mostest, the one, the only, your tribal king himself, Nick Venom, along with my, on y'all end, he's staggerly, or he's the dashing staggerly Crocker, but on my end, he's more just like a broken screen or something. Good Lord. With us tonight, or conspicuous by his absence, Clarence the Glazed King, whatever his name is, last name is. I'm not going to say his last name. No one here. But anyway, with us tonight, we have a very special guest. He is 1/4 or 2/4 of the tribal dynasty. He is one of my closest friends. He is the founder of Retromaniac. Founder of, he's got his Facebook page, Retro Jeffo. The one, the only. I give you the man himself, Mr. Retro Jeffo. Welcome to the show, my man.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me, Nick and Joey. This has been a long time coming.
This is the multiverse episode right here.
Yeah.
Because, it's going to be a pretty good one. Like I said, Clarence couldn't make it for some reason. Hey, Kylie, how you doing? Clarence couldn't make it, which sucks because we were really looking forward to having him on the show. But, you know, he's probably fell asleep and doing God knows what. But in other news, Clarence is not here. But guess what? We have a new member. We have a brand new member of the podcast. And I'm very excited to have him. As a matter of fact, he's right over here. We got the official mascot of What a Kayfabe podcast. He is the newest member, and he's by far the most dashing member of the group. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the one, the only Baxter. I want to give him a cheer. Say hi to the show, buddy.
Welcome to Dog Pound.
He's not Rick Steiner. Good Lord.
Who let the dogs out, huh, Nick?
Literally. Wait, I don't want to. Let's cover his PP area. I don't want to get his band or whatever. You got to cover up your PP area. We don't want to. I don't want you to get your band over here.
Yeah,
none of that. Everybody.
None of that indecent exposure. Not on day one.
No, not on day one, buddy. You gotta say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. Okay, there we go. Good job. But yeah, Baxter.
You know, Nick, I always thought fatherhood would look really good on you. I didn't think you would go this route, but hey, whatever works.
Well, you know, this is about the closest thing you're going to get to a child. So, yeah.
Looks good on you.
I got this monster of a dog right here. Who knows? I might get him the What a Kayfabe dog bandana for him and all that good stuff. But yeah, Baxter the Great, making his camera debut, making his podcast debut. Newest member. But yeah, that's him.
I think we need to see Baxter at the independent shows. You know, the last golf. It's possible, man. At the last Golf State Wrestling show, they actually had somebody with a dog, like a Lassie dog. I don't even know what is a collie.
Yeah,
but
border collie, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had a dog, and during the main event, you can hear this dog barking.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, you're Nick, so you got some stroke around there. You can definitely bring your own.
Thank you, Kylie. Thank you. I mean, of course, I got stroke. I'm the man. You know, that's what happens to me, the tribal king. I have the official tribal dog, so you know, the man, the myth, the legend, right there. But yeah, dude, we got a lot to talk about when it comes to wrestling. First of all, let's get this out the way. Retromaniac is the official sponsor of Pro Wrestling 225's Power Up, which unfortunately I will not be able to attend. I thought I was going to be able to attend. I was really looking forward to going, despite the fact that it's in Eastside Houma. I was willing to go for Jeff. I was really going to put bygones be bygones. I was like, you know what? I'm putting my personal stuff aside. I said, screw it. I'm going to just do it. You know what I mean? Just do it. Just get it over with. But unfortunately, Comic-Con is the same day. Lafayette Comic-Con or Louisiana Comic-Con is the same day. So unfortunately, I will not be able to attend Power Up. And dude, it looks freaking awesome. The graphics for it looks fantastic. I will say that. Now, shout out to Kerry for making that. I mean, he came in clutch. A guy that I think. Oh, whatever. Joey sent someone on Messenger. But anyway, yeah, he came in clutch. If you ever want to get your graphics done, matter of fact, if you go on my Twitch channel, you'll see the Nick Venom, by the way, right? You'll see the Nick Venom. That's actually designed by Kerry. Kerry actually designed it. As you can see, I think Jeff's looking it up right now. But anyway, yeah, this is a long time coming. Jeff's been one of the top viewers, I could say, but not necessarily. I don't want to say he's top viewer because I don't want people going on here. Oh man, you're getting your top viewers on your show. You can't get real guests.
Well, I've fallen off the past month or so, but I'm back.
You fell off. The hell. I mean, you could replace Dan, but then again, we got Baxter. Baxter can definitely replace Dan.
Yeah.
I don't know. He hasn't. Baxter hasn't spoke yet.
Well, I mean, he's a puppy, Joey. He's a dog. You know, he's doing his own thing.
He still has to work on his promo skills. That's all.
Well, I mean, he's sleeping right now, so that's really good. So now that actually gives me a chance to actually do what I want to do. But man, let's get off the bat. NXT this past Tuesday night, bro. Holy shit! Great episode. Absolutely loved it. Hardy Boys came back. First time since 2018.
No,
I think it's Jeff.
They said 2019 on TV at least.
Well, at least for Jeff, yeah. For Jeff stuck around until 2021, I think. No, I lied. 2022, because the Hardy Boys officially made their debut in 2022, but Matt left in 2020 and then went on to AEW, which we'll get to. That debauchery of a company in just a little bit. But yeah, dude, I want to get your honest opinion about the Hardy Boys making their comeback, much less going to NXT of all places. And by far, the hottest company right now. You cannot lie. I mean, dude, the women's division, top tier, is by far the best women's division since its inception. You got great heavy hitters. You know what I mean? But Jeff, I want to get your comment. I want to get your opinion on how you feel about the current state of NXT.
Probably for the first time ever, I feel like NXT is starting to elevate themselves where they're almost like an equal to Raw and SmackDown. It feels that way because they have their own identity. They always had their own identity. But man, NXT is just they're taking supreme talent and not just using it as like a stepping stone to get them to SmackDown or Raw, but they're truly embracing them where like, man, NXT is not just a minor league anymore, man. Like NXT is a desirable place to be. And I mean, they have, I hate to use the word swag, but they kind of have their own swag to them. And it's just, it's not an insult for someone to stick around NXT or make a debut in NXT anymore. It's up there.
Yeah. And it's great. I mean, I felt like the height of it was definitely 2015 all the way to 2021. I felt like that was by far peak NXT. But dude, like since last year, it's made a resurgence. And I mean, it's hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. Really cannot miss. You know what I mean? And it's just, It's fantastic, man. It's really good. The roster is fantastic. You got Trick Williams, who started out as Apollo Cruz's like henchman or like his background guy, whatever, when he was doing the Nigerian gimmick, you know. So he went from that to being almost a top guy in NXT. Is fantastic. You know what I mean? And then you got great indie stars like Stephanie Fekir, Julia, which, by the way, Joey, can we announce it?
What?
Is it Julia got injured?
No.
Yeah, Julia got injured. She's out. Hence why we're getting at Roadblock. We're getting Stephanie Fekir versus Julia in a title for title match, where it'll be the NXT Women's Champion going up against the current NXT Women's North American Championship. This is easily going to be Stephanie Fekir's big moment. I've always said, personally, I felt like Fekir is going to probably be your face of NXT once a Roxanne and Jade leave that brand and head over to the main roster.
Her name's Roseanne. It's Roseanne.
I'm sorry, yeah, Roseanne. Not Roxanne. Roseanne.
But yeah, stuff like, and then we got stuff like Obafemi versus Moose, which is like a dream match.
Dude, that's, oh my God.
You know, like in NXT.
Bro, it's going to be fantastic. I mean, just that match alone is going to be fantastic. We got Moose versus Oba. That's a meat slapping meat type of match. No pun intended. Calm down over there. Keeping it. For once, we're actually keeping it PG because I don't want to get a text from Jeff after the show. Hey, man, I don't appreciate this show. I don't appreciate being on this thing. I got people looking over here. This is ridiculous.
You're fine, man. You're fine.
I'm trying to have a positive life and everything. Here you are and all that. We've actually had that before. Like, we've had... So, we were going to have Nick Mondo on the show, right? We want to have... I don't know if you're familiar with, like, the deathmatch scene. I don't think you're familiar with it.
Yeah, it's not really my style. But hey, there's a fan base for it.
So, the thing is, we want to have, by far, if not one of the biggest deathmatch wrestlers on the show. We were going to have Nick Mondo, right? And I was very hyped about it. I even told the people in the chat, like, hey, this is what's going on. We got this. This could be huge, right? And shout out to Juice. Rest in peace to Juice. He helped me out a lot trying to get him on there. And we talked for a good bit. And he watched the episode. It's the episode where we talked about Vince McMahon. Now, this is when the allegations, right? It was at the time allegations. It wasn't confirmed enough. It was just allegations of what he was doing with SA and HT and all that stuff. And Nick watched it. He watched that episode. He's like, oh yeah, man, I don't appreciate the cussing. I don't appreciate y'all pointing at your genitalia. Like, dude, really? I literally just got cussed out by one of my all-time favorite deathmatch wrestlers. And it's like, you know what, dude? F you. You're never gonna be a guest on my show. Just absolutely not. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you over here, first of all, you're whatever. Anyway, we're getting ahead of myself. Trying to stay calm. It'll be a good show tonight.
Oh yeah, you're good, man.
Oh yeah,
it's past 10 o'clock. All the PG people are in bed already.
Well, yeah, obviously, but still and all.
WWE even released merchandise for Hardy Boys. I'm wondering if there's going to be an induction this year.
There have to be, dude. It has to be. It has to be. Matter of fact, speaking of inductions, we forgot to mention that Michelle McCool got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Is getting inducted to the Hall of Fame, which I'm cool with it. I'm cool with that. You know, I think it's great.
Well, they released an official lineup, or is it just
Triple H and Michelle McCool is the only ones I know of so far.
I thought it was Hardcore Holly was the next one, but apparently that was false. And I'm like, that would have been sick if Hardcore Holly gets inducted to the Hall of Fame. That would be awesome. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But no, the Hardy Boys, the merch, which by the way, shout out to Jeff. Jeff sent me that. I was working out. Jeff sent me the link to that. And I'm like, dude, I got to buy it. So what I did, when I did, I went online, bought it, and I got a Stephanie Fekir shirt coming as well because I love Stephanie Fekir. She's awesome. She's great. That's my future NXT Women's Champ.
It must be the horns, huh?
Yeah, it's the one with the horns. That's
yeah.
Oh.
It must. Just.
Yes, Jeff. She's got goat horns. Calm down. She's got goat horns.
I'm just saying, If that's what you're into, man, that's what you're into.
That's how Nick's going to show up on the show next week. Goat horns and everything.
Put that on Baxter. How's Baxter sleeping right now? Just chilling. But yeah, Ricky Saints finally made his debut on NXT. Speaking of NXT, Ricky Saints with a new theme, which
I'm digging it.
I love it.
Yeah, it's sort of just like a trap remix of the AEW theme.
Why you gotta say it like that? Lord.
Oh, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying
it's actually a hot take. It's much better than the AEW theme. Not to say the AEW theme was bad. It was actually badass. It was awesome. But this one, it felt more New Orleans-esque. Because, I mean, he is from New Orleans. So
yeah.
It's very New Orleans-esque theme, if you will. You know what I mean? And I definitely dig it. I'm loving it. He looks fantastic in the ring. It sucks that Tony definitely fumbled him, and you can hear it in the crowd. You can hear it.
Oh yeah, they were chanting it.
Oh, dude, like it's like I said a bunch of times on the show. Tony is all he's doing is signing all these names. He's signing all these people contracts, and it's like you're over here saying, "Oh yeah, let's do. We'll give you this contract. We'll let you do this, that, and the third." But in reality, oh yeah, you get to go to Ring of Honor, or do a dark match, or go to Collision. You know what I mean? Like, look at Keith Lee. When's the last time we saw Keith Lee? You know what I mean? Even though he's sick, but still in awe, you know?
Tony reminds me of that rich kid in school that he bought all the toys just because he can buy all the toys, but he doesn't really truly know. Yeah, he doesn't really know what he has, and he doesn't know he doesn't play with them, and a lot of them sit on the shelf. And that's really what Tony is. He's that rich kid that has all these tools in his toolbox, but they're underutilized. And
not just that, you look at where the state of AEW is. This is a company that, dude, first, 2-3 years, sell out arenas, sell out stadiums. Now you look at it in 2025, you look at the fact that, number one, they're playing in small venues. Their Grand Slam show was supposed to be in a stadium in Australia. That got moved to an arena, not to mention the fact the ring was 2 times smaller than the actual ring that they normally use, which I think is like an 18 by 18, if I'm not mistaken. Theirs is a little bit smaller than WWE's ring by a couple inches, right? So they went by 16 by 16, which is actually Kyle Fletcher's friend's ring or something like that, give or take. And you look at this, you look at the state of it. This past Wednesday, matter of fact, last night, I didn't even watch it, but there was a promo, and you might as well, this might be the dummy of the night. I don't know if Joey can see me, but it's time for the dummy of the night.
Dummy, yeah.
There we go. Thank you, Joey. We have Christopher Daniels. Great segue, by the way. We have Christopher Daniels, who was caught in the middle of the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Bleeding. Like, swear to God, it started like this. It came out like he's doing that with it. And you could just see the blood coming out. It's like, oh my God. Can you make it more obvious, bro?
Was not discreet at all, man.
No, it was. He beat himself. That's what happened. He punched his head, you know. But no, we're gonna break kayfabe. We're gonna cut ourselves and all that. So and then, and not to mention, MJF removed the AEW tattoo finally. Thank God, because that was terrible. However, I think he put MJF on his leg or
yeah.
It was bad. But you look at AEW right now, it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. However, there is a silver lining to this. We got Kenny Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita for the AEW International Championship at Revolution. Also, we got Edge. I'm not calling that man Cope.
Oh, you better cope with it.
Bull crap. I'm not calling that Cope. That is by far one of the worst names you could call yourself. Hey, look, everybody, it's Cope.
It's a coping mechanism.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, man, it's not that good, bro. It's not. You could just say Copeland. Call yourself Copeland. You know, like that would be cool, right? But no, instead, you're going to call yourself Cope. But the thing is, the way how I see it, Cope's going to win the world title out of John Mox. But then again, you also got the wild horse in this situation. The wild card, not wild horse. The wild card in the situation. They got Christian with that contract where he has yet to cash in. So, and if I'm a betting man, Tony Khan loves to see Edge and Christian go at it. I feel like that's what's going to happen. Edge going to win the title. Huh?
And aren't they both 2-2? So they need to break the tie, right? Aren't they 2-2 against each other?
I think so, yeah. Just don't be a cage match. Don't do a cage match. We saw what happened to Edge last time he was in a cage match. It did not go well. And he still did it. What was it? Grand Slam. At Grand Slam, he did it. He jumped off the balcony, went in feet first. It's like, bro, did you not learn? Did you not learn from the past mistakes? He jumped off a 20-foot cage or whatever against Malachi Black.
Yeah.
Just destroyed his ankle. But hey, if Sting could jump off a 20-foot ladder and be totally fine, and if Sting could jump off the top of the stage, much less top of the balcony, if he can do it, oh, well, guess what? On this day, I saw clearly I could jump off as well. Dude, here's the thing. Sting's 64. You're in your 50s, okay? Sting did not go feet first. Sting went, oh my God, splash. And not to mention, he had help with Darby, but still in all. It's like, you foolishly do it. And that's my thing. And that's my problem with Edge right now. Is that I cannot take this man seriously, for one. I can't. With a name like Cope, no, I can't. What's Beth Phoenix going to be named? Phoenix? It's ridiculous. But anyway, it's not why we're here. We're not going to bash AEW. We got enough of bashing as it is already.
They defeat themselves. We can go on and on, but
we can go on and on and on. We've done it multiple times on the show, and to be honest, we've talked good. This podcast was literally made based on the fact we loved AEW. Myself, Joey, and Dan, we did it. We loved AEW. I didn't even watch WWE for a year, despite the fact Roman Reigns was the Universal Champ at the time. Despite the fact about that. But it was just number one in Thunderdome. Okay? It's cool. But the storylines was ass. So I will watch NXT because NXT was booming. NXT was doing fantastic.
But honestly, during that whole pandemic, when there's barely anybody in the crowd, I really couldn't even watch any of it. I just stopped watching wrestling.
It was hard to watch it.
I just stopped watching wrestling until, fans came back, basically.
And yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I felt like AEW took off. We finally got where AEW needed to be. CM Punk showed up. I cried. I had tears of joy. I felt like that guy, if you watch when Punk showed up, there's a guy in the audience, he's got a mask, but he's crying. That was basically me. Because it's like my boy finally comes back after 7.5 years of not wrestling, not being anywhere near a ring, and boom, he comes back. He looks fantastic, ready to rock and roll at 40-something years old. He's ready to rock and roll. He looked fantastic. And then this shit happened with him and All Out. And it is what it is. But anyway, all that good stuff. But Jeff, I got a question for you, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
What games you been playing lately? Because this is a retro show tonight.
So I've been playing a lot of PlayStation 2 wrestling games. I've been going back and forth from, of course, Here Comes the Pain. But I played a lot of Just Bring It when I was a kid. That was even when Shut Your Mouth came out. I always played a lot of Just Bring It. But then you put me on to this diamond in the rough here. Here we are. Yes.
Fantastic game, bro.
Man,
Underrated.
and it was all because I watched that podcast you did with the Rushmore guys, and I always overlooked the Legends of Wrestling. Man, I never really had any. It didn't have any appeal to me, but it's very very underrated.
So
And
my thing with that franchise is with that game, in particular that game, I'll never forget. Blockbuster was open at the time. Right there is going to be an old story. Right there when you mention Blockbuster. Blockbuster was open at the time in Franklin, right? And we had just got back from seeing Click. Click, Joey, Click.
Click.
Not anything else. There you go.
No.
Anyway, we just got back from watching Click. Me and my uncle, and then my mom came as well, and we all went to Blockbuster. Originally, I was gonna rent Tony Hawk's Underground for the PS2, but then I saw Legends of Wrestling Showdown. Legends of Wrestling, and I'm like, dude, I gotta get this. Number one's got Sting on the cover, so Sting's in the game, so that's awesome, right? And sure enough, unfortunately, Ultimate Warrior's on the game, but whatever. Well, I got the game, played it. See, this what made me fall in love with this game. The roster.
so
Roster
diverse, man.
size is insane. Still, to today's standards, could not compare to the roster that Showdown Legends of Wrestling had. Not Legends of Wrestling 1 or 2. I'm talking Showdown. And not to mention the fact it felt like it was a glorified WCW game because you had the people from Monday Nitro, except for Mike Tenay, which was doing TNA. But you had Tony Schiavone, Bobby the Brain Heaton, and Larry Zbyszko. I'm sure they were all in their current state, and I was definitely cool with it. It felt awesome, right? It felt fantastic, and the fact that we were able to play in all these arenas. Now, granted, I think they had to, for copyright reasons, they had to do a certain adjustments and all that stuff. Which, I mean, dude, graphic-wise, it looks fantastic. Now, the game, it does get clunky at times. Fantastic game, though. I feel it's awesome from the production standpoint of it. Not to mention the fact we got a cover of Quiet Riot's Bang Your Head, Metal Health, as the intro of the game, which, by the way, great fucking intro. You know what I mean? And then not to mention the main menu is basically the instrumental version of it. And just that alone, the main menu is fantastic. You know, it's like a giant, like you're in a box office. You go and see a wrestling show. You know, and it's very awesome. You don't see that in wrestling games as much anymore. You really don't. And it's just, it's minor details like that makes games, you know, pretty good. But I did mention it on the Mount Rushmore podcast, which I am going to be on that show again. I just don't know when. So you heard it first from me. I am going to be back on that show, even though they're, especially Kirk. Kirk can be cringe at times. The other one, Andrew's not bad. Andrew's awesome. Yeah. But Kirk's can be cringy at times. But
didn't he pick like Nitro or Thunder as one of his top games? Like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm like, really? But anyway, Joey's got breaking news.
Okay.
Well, it's not exactly great news. I'm gonna let text to speech read this wrestler's name because I don't know how to pronounce it.
Osamu Nishimura.
Osamu Nishimura has passed away, and he was in New Japan. He wrestled people like Ric Flair and stuff like that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that sucks. Bull Nakano just announced it on her Facebook.
That sucks.
Man, the celebrity deaths lately has been just it seems like they always come in waves, you know?
Yeah, that girl passed away recently.
Yeah, from Euro Trip or that's how I know her. Yeah. And then what's his name? That old actor, Gene, is it Gene Hackman or
Yeah, Gene Hackman passed away today.
him, his wife, and I want to say his dog was all found dead. That's very, very strange.
That's crazy. No, I mean it probably was a it clearly probably had to be a murder or something.
Carbon monoxide poisoning too. You could have a gas leak in your house.
It's possible, yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys are watching for Baxter is currently knocked out. He is in his bed right now, as you can see. No, he can't.
Why'd you have to punch Baxter?
Just for that, Joey, we lost 2 viewers. We at Water Kayfabe Podcast do not condone animal violence. No dogs was harmed in the making of this video. Michelle from Gossip Girl, that's what she is. Thank you, Kylie. I knew she was somewhere. I remember her from. I know with Jeff, it's Eurotrip.
Yeah, Eurotrip. Yeah, Eurotrip. The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, right?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She was on that show.
Yeah, she was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, yeah.
Yeah, she was on that game show, Figure It Out. She was on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So, I went to SmackDown over the weekend.
Yeah, let's hear about that.
And
I had the flu, so...
I had the only Dave and Dippin' Dots Galaxy with me, as always. Well, not as always.
I love the day that he goes to his first, WWE show, he sees The Rock. Like, what?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, for a show that he does, obviously, me and Jeff, we know Davey personally. He's not big into wrestling. Okay, he's not.
He tries,
but he's not big into wrestling. I mean, we had him on the show a couple years back, and we had him name one of the wrestlers, and he thought Hogan was Brock Lesnar. So that tells you something right there. And he called me up. It was actually the day I was supposed to get Baxter. He calls me up and he's like, "Hey man, you want to hang out?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm in bed. Like, I'm trying to sleep." It's like, "Oh, my bad. But you want to hang out later?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Why not?" And then I jumped on a call, and he's like, "Yeah, man, SmackDown's going to be in New Orleans. You want to go?" Like, well, what do you mean? I wasn't planning on going because I don't know if those in the New Orleans area, it's bad right now. Dude, like, New Orleans is fucking terrible right now. With that incident that happened earlier this year or last month for New Year's, that guy that, ran over a dozen people, and I got nervous about that. I was going to bring my woman to SmackDown, but she didn't want to go, and I didn't want to go. I was like, I just don't want to go. Well, at the last minute, and literally at the last minute, I ended up snatching 2 great seats, by the way. Like, Jeff saw the pictures. Jeff saw where I was, and seeing The Rock, that's a bucket list for me, because it's just seeing him and feeling that aura that he brings, especially with the final boss stuff. Like, the final boss.
You got to see The Rock's equivalent of going out to the desert on a bike or driving out there. God, that was the weirdest promo by The Rock ever. I want your soul.
Well, yeah, that I ignored that because it's like, hey, it's The Rock. He's the most electrifying man of all sports entertainment. It's The Rock. And then when he said that, and I'm just like, what? He wants to do what? What?
They've got a shirt of that too out now with The Rock on there. It says the final boss, and it says, "I want your soul."
He's been playing too much Mortal Kombat. That's just, or he watched the OG Mortal Kombat movie that came out back in '95, 30 years ago, as a matter of fact. And he's been channeling his inner Shang Tsung. So if I don't see a Shang Tsung cosplay for The Rock at WrestleMania or even Elimination Chamber, then I think it's bullshit. It's absolutely a farce. He's just doing it for merchandise. No, I want to see him go all out, dress up as Shang Tsung. We can have a bald-headed Shang Tsung for all we care. We have the guy that was the man in the box in Batman Dark Knight play as Shang Tsung in the movie, in the Mortal Kombat movie that just came out recently. Yeah, that's right. I said it. The man that was on the TV. Jeff, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly that Asian dude that was stuck on the TV because he was on a plane or something, and they had a meeting. Yeah. They had a meeting with a Joker. That's the guy. That's the guy that was saying.
I was trying to think what Batman movie you were talking about, but the Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I said Dark Knight.
I don't know, man. It's late. It's past my bedtime.
I know. Blame it on me. That's on me. But
no, it's good.
Celebrity right here. The local celebrity he had to take care of his bowels and all that stuff. So I want to make sure he's good. He actually goes in for his first shots tomorrow. So
I want to ask you about The Rock. So when he came out and said, I want your soul, wouldn't you say now it's kind of predictable? Because, you know how Cody Rhodes is. He's all about trying to carve his own path. He's not going to compromise anything so he can have the easy way, have all these riches and stuff. And so now it's like, okay, now it's predictable. Well, Cody's not going to accept that.
It's not. You could say it's predictable, but it's not really predictable because he's going on The Rock went on the press conference and said, "This is not leading to a match between me and The Rock." Well, what is this leading to then? Like you could say it's predictable that Cody will be like, "I'm on my own," but what will happen to Cody after this if he refuses? My question.
I think The Rock is going to make Cody's life
a living hell.
Yeah, exactly. He's on the board. He's got stroke, he's got pull, and he's going to. I think ultimately Cody's going to end up losing the title because of something The Rock did, and he's going to regret making that choice. But The Rock has the name The Final Boss for a reason. I think he's going to come to a conclusion where I kind of think that it will be Cody Rhodes versus The Rock at some point. Of course,
somewhere down the line, but not Mania.
Yeah, and
not Mania. I don't see it, and I'll get to my answer whenever we do the prediction. But as far as I'm concerned, matter of fact, we can start the predictions.
Yeah, let's do it.
You might as well. You might as well start it up. We're trying to actually get to my stuff. I'm trying to. Well, we know what's going on. The women's Elimination Chamber match, we got Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair. We got Liv Morgan. Oh, God damn it. Alexa, go home. Sorry about that, y'all. I gotta say Bliss because trying to find the prediction. Anyway.
I'll send the thing over.
God. Yeah, because Elimination Chamber is this weekend, I was trying to get it up on my screen. I should have done this ahead of time. Oh, here we go. Now we finally got the match card. All right. So we have the women's Elimination Chamber match. We have consists of Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Bliss, Naomi, and also Roxanne Perez. This one's tough because now my original pick is now one half of the women's tag team champions, which, by the way, Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel Rodriguez is now your new and historically three-time women's tag team champions. So this was very tough to say the least. But this one's going to determine who is going to face Rhea Ripley or Io Sky because they do face this Monday on Raw. But it's very tough. But Jeff, I'm going to, since you're the guest of the show, we're going to let you do your prediction first. Who you got for this match?
Well, first off, this is the hardest one on the whole card.
Oh, yeah. Easily the hardest.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be Bianca Belair.
No.
Roxanne, I don't think they'll elevate her to that status such yet.
Not yet, no.
I would love all right, so I'm gonna give you two answers. In my heart, I want to say Alexa Bliss. Man, Alexa Bliss versus Rhea Ripley.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. I don't think it will be Naomi, but my brain's telling me Bailey for some reason. I don't know why. Um, I'm gonna go with Bailey.
Joey, who you got?
Oh, Bliss.
I can't see Alexa's gonna go off. I'm actually gonna go with Bailey, and the reason why I say Bailey is because she's not in NXT no more. She's not doing stuff in NXT. Liv Morgan is the women's tag champ, so that eliminates her. Bianca and Naomi. I feel this is my thing with that. I feel Naomi's going to turn on Bianca because if you think about it, and we all know, as wrestling fans, we know Raquel and Liv did not attack Jade Gargano.
They're even commentary is hinting at that, like going, there's no evidence saying that they attacked them. There's nothing showing that.
Literally, it's just them walking away.
I am waiting for Jade to come out sometime and be like, "Nuh-uh, that's not what happened."
Oh yeah, and it may happen. It may happen Friday, But as far as I'm concerned, Bliss would be definitely good. I feel Bliss would be a good pick. However, can she be involved with the Wyatt Six at this point? You know what I mean? And that begs the question on that one because the Wyatt Six, we have not seen the Wyatt Six since they've been on SmackDown. I think one of them were injured. I think both injured.
Yeah, the last time we saw them was on Raw when I think that they fought the, Karrion Kross's team. I can't remember what their name is.
Yeah, well, that's no longer a thing either.
Yeah, I know.
Which is, honest, is actually a blessing in disguise because now we finally get more Karrion Kross exposure. Because you look at what he's doing, he's kind of doing. So, Jeff, I'm going to take you back to like SmackDown of 03, I think. Yeah, SmackDown 03, Sean O'Hare, right?
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to let you picture Sean O'Hare. Remember the promos he did with like the what is it? Shit. Not the Devil's Reject. It was something dealing with the devil.
The Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate. Like he was doing that Devil's Advocate gimmick, right?
All right.
Like, oh yeah, I'm just telling you stuff that you already know, right? I feel that's going to be carrying. I feel that's going to be carrying now. He even looks like Sean O'Hare if you shade the little thing he's got on him. You know what I mean? Like, I feel that's slowly what he's becoming. It's like the Devil's Advocate. Like, hey, look, I'm already, like he's doing stuff with Sammy, right? Hey, we want you to beat Kevin Owens. Oh, this, that, and third. Like, hey, I'm just telling stuff that you already know, right? And you look at that, and that actually going to lead to the next match that we're about to bring up, which is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. You look at that situation, Kevin Owens already healed, right? You look at the people that Karrion has kind of possessed to turn heel. Miz. Right then and there, Miz. It's like, oh yeah, man, like, you a great guy, you used to be this, that, and third, but hey, I'm just telling you stuff that you already know of, right? Not to mention, he also does stuff to other people. AJ Styles is another one that comes to mind. I mean, AJ, when he was doing the OG or the club for the 20th time because they had nothing else better for AJ to do, which is ridiculous. It's like, hey, you're the phenomenal one, bro. Like, there's no one above you. But hey, guess what? I'm telling you stuff that I'm just telling you stuff that you already know. So is that situation that leads to Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, and it's an unsanctioned match, by the way. So I'm very intrigued on what we're gonna have in this match. You know what I mean? So it's a lot can happen. Again, I'm gonna go with the miracle win. I'm gonna go with Sammy because I know Kevin's probably not gonna win, but I feel somehow, some way, Karrion may have some type of involvement. But anyway, Joey, who you go for this match?
Yeah, Yeah. Kevin Owens.
Hell yeah.
I don't. It would be kind of cool if we can get the ladder spot from Ladder Wars, where where they stack the 3 ladders together and he pile drive them on top of the ladders.
And he package pile drive off. Oh my god. By the way, shout out to Dropkick, which I'm gonna actually look it up right now. Dropkick Productions. They're on YouTube. You gotta check him out. He's absolutely fantastic. Hang on. Dropkick. Trying to find it. Hang on. They actually did. Well, never mind. Hang on. They did a feud with the Sami Zayn, El Generico, and Kevin Steen, and it's that match in particular, and it's awesome. Go check it out. Drop Mick Wrestling. I'm sorry, it's Drop Mick Wrestling. It's fantastic. They even got the final battle match from Ring of Honor. They got the full match on there. Go check it out. But Drop Mick Wrestling is literally 2 hours and 22 minutes of pretty much the entire feud. The entire feud of Kevin Steen and El Generico, who will later become Sami Zayn. Go check it out. It's awesome. It's very awesome. It's fantastic. You don't want to miss that. But anyway, like I said, I feel like this could slowly lead to a Sami Zayn heel turn with Kerry. So maybe in the back, behind the curtain, if you will, Kerry will be watching. So the next match we have, well, it's not really a match. WWE Champion Cody Rhodes addresses The Rock's offer. So this is what Jeff was talking about, the Soul situation, where it's, hey, is he going to do it? Which is predictable. He's not going to do it. However, there's one person that's in an Elimination Chamber match that we forgot to mention. CM Punk. Now, I want you to understand this, right? Back in War Games 2024, Punk came back, right? Competed since, I think, Bad Blood. I think Hell in a Cell. He asked Paul for a favor. So what if Cody be like, nope, I don't want you to have my soul, Rock. No. Which we all know it's not going to happen. And it's like what Joey said. Joey said, hey, look, I'm going to make Cody's life a living hell. Because I'm the member of the board, part of TKO. I'm literally the final boss.
But yeah, are we getting like a new corporation though with this to go against?
But the thing
Cody
this
eventually.
is my thing. I feel Punk could turn heel and join The Rock and Paul Heyman. Because think about it, Roman Reigns hardly doing anything. Paul Heyman, I don't know if he's still going to be with Roman at this point. I feel not really, but whatever. But it gives Paul Heyman something to do in the meantime, right? I feel
Paul Heyman's actually in a music video. Do not know the music video name though.
I'm about to say what music video, but
yeah,
this could happen later on in the night in the men's elimination chamber, where The Rock comes out, helps out, and Paul Heyman comes out, and they handshake or something, and then for some reason The Rock comes out and costs whoever's in the final spot, and CM Punk's in there, and Punk wins. That's just my scenario, right? But anyway, we'll get to the Elimination Chamber match in a little while. But to answer the question with The Rock's offer, no. He's not going to accept the soul things. He's not. And I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Cody Rhodes fan. And
Obviously.
I am itching for him to turn heel. I want it. I mean, he's done a great job as a babyface,
When you look,
but
not to cut you off, when you look at Cody as a heel, specifically his time in Ring of Honor, absolutely cinema. And I
yeah,
don't like to use that word. I don't like using that word, but
literally.
the dude made so much money in Ring of Honor than he did in WWE. Let that be clear. Not to mention, he joined the hottest faction at the time, the hottest faction outside of WWE. Which, yeah, you know what I mean. Which, when that happened, I'm like, dude, I gotta see this. Like, he's already a heel. He was great as a heel in WWE when he was doing the dashing stuff. That is an underrated gimmick. I love the dashing Cody Rhodes.
Especially when he's going around
Underrated.
Well, I think it was great when he's going around putting bags on people's heads.
Not just that, when you look at the Minitron, right? He had that mirror when he would go in, whoa, you're only smoking mirror. And he'd go by the screen and he's doing this. And I'm like, bro, that's awesome, man. That's cool. I like that. And then Rey Mysterio shattered his nose, and now we got the undashing Cody Rhodes, which that was another great gimmick. I mean, the drip he had, the mask he had for his nose and all that, that was cool. He brought back the classic Intercontinental title, which was one of my personal favorite belts. Fantastic belt. Lay down, Bax. And you look at his run in Ring of Honor, right? Blows all that away. He's in the Bullet Club. He's in the Elite. You know, his feud with Kenny Omega is by far one of my favorite feuds in wrestling because it was just that great. It was awesome. Cody Rhodes going insane. You know, like just paranoid, right? He's jealous. Kenny is this, that. Kenny's having these 7-star matches with Okada and this, that, and the third. And sure enough, hey, guess what? I run things down in Ring of Honor. Boom. I beat Kenny Omega at Supercard of Honor in New Orleans. And sure enough, yeah, pure cinema. You know what I mean? And when he became babyface, the writing was on the wall. It was time for him to become babyface. His heel run was great. But I'm a Jeff. I'm a Cody Rhodes guy as well. And the fact that's how me and Jeff practically met was the fact that we love Cody Rhodes. And the fact that we both enjoyed his heel run. I mean, I've been watching Cody for years. And his Ring of Honor stuff is by far peak Cody Rhodes. So,
I would say that his heel run is what really put him
on the
out
map.
there. It showed the whole world that Cody Rhodes is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And he's not just Dusty's son anymore.
No,
I think WWE needs to see that, man. And I don't want it to happen too soon. No. But I do want to see it. Maybe after Mania, something happens.
I feel like that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you look at, if you're Triple H, watch his entire run in Ring of Honor. You know what I mean? Or just see what this man can do. I mean, the promos he cut in Ring of Honor, his heel run, his promos alone was fantastic. I mean, the man looked like $1 million. I mean, he dressed like he was $1 million. When he had the Ring of Honor title, it was just fantastic. Oh, yeah, I signed the most exclusive contract of Ring of Honor. I was able to monopolize this, that, and the third. Like, all that. And it's like, man, I love this dude. You know what I mean? He was actually my 2018 Wrestler of the Year. He was my 2018 Wrestler of the Year. Kenny came a strong second. Jay was my number 3 because Jay White was fantastic that year. It was him kind of coming out with the Switchblade gimmick, and it was fantastic. It was awesome. But I felt Cody when he won the NWA World Title, the same time that Dusty held, right? It's the same title that he had. It felt great. You know what I mean? At All In, it's awesome. That legendary match with Nick Aldis. If you haven't watched that match, chat, go check that match out. It's fantastic. Highly recommend it. But we get ahead of ourselves because, you know, Cody Rhodes is the man. With that being said, we have our Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus, which that's a great tag team, by the way. Good Lord. Versus Nia Jax, Candice LeRae. This was another kind of predictable match. Clearly, I'm pulling for Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus because I gotta enjoy Tiffany with that title as much as I can because the inevitable is about to happen at Mania. So,
and there's no way Trish is losing in Toronto.
oh no,
they brought her in. They brought her in for this moment for this reason.
Yeah,
and that's another thing. I saw Trish for the first time. So not only I saw The Rock for the first time, I saw Trish Stratus for the first time. So that was a pretty cool moment. But anyway.
And I'm wondering if Trish has actually been brought to mentor Tiffany, like maybe backstage. Because like Tiffany is not just a pretty face, man. She's talented. She's got skill set, man. She's really grown on me.
She definitely grown on me. Her time in NXT was great. I felt her time winning the NXT Women's Championship was kind of too soon, but after a while, it grew on me, and I definitely enjoyed that run. Her run right now with the women's title was fantastic. I thought it was great. We just gotta enjoy it while we can, because damn well, number was it 16 or 15? How many title wins Charlotte got, Joey? Is it 14?
I think 14. I don't know.
14 or 15. Anyway.
Too many.
Yeah, too many. So anyway, Charlotte, Charlotte, the Hulk Hogan of women's wrestling. Charlotte Flair is about to win the title for the 200th time. As if we didn't get tired of it.
I was thinking more like the female Brock Lesnar, just when you're building up this young talent, here comes Brock and he just squashes them. I mean,
no, because Charlotte doesn't hold nobody down while the owner of the company takes a shit on the.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, no. Charlotte, no.
All right, let's turn the page.
Yeah, we're going to turn the page on that one. As far as I'm concerned, yeah, it's only a matter of time. Charlotte's going to be champion for unless there's a bloody miracle, unless Tiffany wins it. Because think about it, man. You look at the direction that WWE's going with right now, right? You look at the direction it's going. First of all, they're focusing more on younger talent. So obviously, your Braun Breakers, your Tiffany Strattons, your Carmelo Hayes, all those people, they're focusing more up. If you noticed. You know what I mean? So I hope Tiffany retains at Mania, but the obvious is going to happen, right? So, yeah. But anyway, we all agree. I think Tiffany and Trish is going to win.
Yeah.
And puts in Toronto.
Yeah.
And, of course, Travis Scott's going to appear, which is actually the song Fiend is the official theme song for WrestleMania, breaking the end of the weekend of his songs being the headliner of WrestleMania's theme song. Finally, a streak that came to an end. It sucks, but it is what it is. So, yeah. Anyway, we also got, now we have the main event, which I feel is the main event, the men's Elimination Chamber match. John Cena versus CM Punk, which that alone is going to be fantastic. This is by far the most star-studded match. This is about the most star-studded roster we got for Elimination Chamber. Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and the one, the only, Mr. Monday Night, Seth Rollins. And Jeff, I'm going to let you start with this one because I kind of gave my prediction a little bit away, but there's always a second one. So go ahead.
Well, I want to start off with saying anybody but John Cena. Like, I see what they're trying to do with this farewell tour, but
damn,
I don't want to see him.
Damn,
I don't want to see him holding the belt, man, because that means you're killing the momentum for somebody, just so he can get his goodbye. Man, John Cena, he's the man. He's on so many people's Mount Rushmore of the GOATs. but he's not on mine, and I don't want to see him.
Jeez, bro. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But it definitely will not be Seth Rollins. We're not going to see Cody versus Seth again. The only logical pick at this point is
Logan Paul.
it's CM Punk. He's never headlined. He's never headlined WrestleMania yet. He's redeemed himself. He's shown that he can be a team player, not only on screen but behind the scenes. I think Triple H has really grown to become a fan of the man, not just CM Punk, but the man. Yeah, and it's just all the stuff we heard about CM Punk and AEW. It's almost like, man, who's really at fault here? I wish CM Punk. Yeah, CM Punk. I mean, he will never shy away from his own faults, and he'll tell it like it is. But I think CM Punk has really earned his place back into the company, and I think they want to reward him. And so he's not CM Punk in his prime, but man, he still has a lot of gas in the tank. And I think him and Cody headlining night 2. I think it would be night 2 of Mania.
It would happen.
Dude, that's gonna be in Vegas. Oh man, it's gonna go nuts.
And
two guys that was. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joey.
I was gonna say, and if Cody refuses to, give a soul over The Rock, maybe we're gonna have CM Punk as the corporation. I mean, if you've seen CM Punk back in 2005 when he signed the WWE contract on the ROH belt during Summer Punk. It was amazing. It was a great his heel run in ROH when he was leaving was amazing.
Legendary moment for Ring of Honor. Joey, who you got for this one?
CM Punk probably. Yeah, I can't see anybody else but Punk winning it.
So I see something. I originally was going to go with John Cena, only because I want to see Cena versus Cody at Mania, because it's actually one of my dream matches to see them two go at it. Like 2018, Cody Rhodes, NWA champion Cody Rhodes against John Cena. So I wouldn't mind seeing that, but at the same time, I want to see CM Punk because, again, it's like what Jeff said. He's not in his prime no more. But he can still tangle with the cats, the younger cats, if you ignore his shit that happened in AEW. But it's like, who's at fault, right? It's one of those things. And we'll never know because, number one, they both signed an NDA. So they can't even talk about it. The Young Bucks can't talk about it. Kenny Omega can't talk about it. Even CM Punk can't even talk about it. So
let's interview Larry. Larry knows. Let's talk to him.
Yeah. But at the same token, you look at the situation. Punk had an outstanding 2024. Does he need the title? No. I don't think Punk needs the title. But at the same token, hey, I've been here. I'm a company guy now. I've changed. Obviously. I mean, the stuff he went through 10 years ago, it was unfortunate because, hey, look, there's times you get burnt out of wrestling. It happened to me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, all that passes, right? All is forgiven. And water's on the bridge. And it's like what Jeff said, Triple H has not become, I guess, a fan of his. And he's been such a company guy. Sure, let's award him this match. Hey, guess what? Boom, you win it. You know what I mean? I feel Punk is probably the most valid choice because if you look at the roster, right? Drew McIntyre is not going to win. Is he going to bitch about it on SmackDown? You damn right he's going to bitch about it on SmackDown. I promise you that. Which I have got a great picture of Drew McIntyre. I say to Jeff, picture perfect of his pyro. Just, one of my best work, So yeah, take that, Jeff. Take that with your little quality stuff. Yeah. Anyway, not to rub it in a little bit, but
It was nice, man. It was nice.
It was good. Anyway, Logan Paul, absolutely not. The fact that he's in this match makes my stomach hurt. But at the same time, sure, again, younger talent. Let's put him in. Why not? Damian Priest, no. I don't see Damian winning. He just got to SmackDown. I think he's about to have a few, but maybe Jacob Fatu. I don't even know yet. So, no. As far as Seth Rollins goes, no. I don't see Seth winning it either. I mean, another one is going to bitch about it, but this one's going to be on Raw. So we're going to have, if Punk wins it, we'll have Seth Rollins bitch about it on Monday. And then Friday, we'll have Drew McIntyre bitch about it on Friday. So, but yeah, CM Punk definitely. And I'm going to give the assist to The Rock because I feel that, hey, who's going to be the final two? CM Punk and John Cena. I feel because of what happened last year at Mania, because Cena helped Cody win the world title, right? I feel The Rock made rock bottom John Cena. Somehow, someway, get in the Elimination Chamber and rock bottom John Cena. And then, boom, CM Punk has to go to sleep. 1, 2, 3. Here's your 2025 Elimination Chamber Men's Royal Rumble. Not Royal Rumble. Your Elimination Chamber winner of 2025.
Well, Nick, I'm glad you mentioned by accident the Royal Rumble. The WWE has gotten really, really brilliant with their storytelling. And what if they were hinting at Cody versus CM Punk at the Royal Rumble last year when they were the final two? I believe they were the final two.
Yeah, they were the final two.
Yeah, and I mean, go back and watch the crowd. Man, two guys that came from AEW to their biggest stars, and it's like the WWE was like, "Hey." I mean, it's like the ultimate slap in the face. And now, I mean, they've both had their shortcomings with injuries. They've come back. They redeemed themselves. Now let them headline WrestleMania because AEW didn't build Cody Rhodes or CM Punk. If anything, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes helped AEW by, putting more butts in the seats. So it's not like, oh, well, AEW, their stars are in the main event of Mania. It's none of that at all.
Yeah.
I think the WWE is just really maximizing what they have, and they hinted at it last year at the final two in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and so, they even hinted at it at, was it Raw of Raw of last year? As a matter of fact, they hinted at it. They spoke promo. They did it last year, and even this year they hinted it. So the writing's on the wall.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before Punk finally main events WrestleMania. It just needs to happen, man. This when you look at Punk, first ballot Hall of Famer. First ballot Hall of Famer. Right? I'm gonna say it right then and there. First ballot Hall of Famer. When you look at from the indie standpoint, he is by far equivalent to Hulk Hogan when it comes to the indie wrestling scene. There would be nobody as big as CM Punk. In that shortcoming and everything. Yeah. I think Bax will be a part of the show. But you look at it from that standpoint, if you look at it with Punk, biggest signing in AEW history. When he was there at All Out, the biggest buyout, the biggest buy rate of all time AEW. All Out 2021. And it's because of CM Punk. So when you look at Punk stuff, the amount of contributions that this man has done for the business is second to none. This man is by far first ballot Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? So definitely, if there's anybody who deserves a big Mania moment, it's definitely CM Punk because he's always got the short end of the stick when it came to WrestleMania 28 when he was the then WWE champion. And not to mention the fact he went on
Undertaker versus CM Punk should have went on main event.
That should have been main event. But instead it was overshadowed by The Rock. So it was overshadowed by The Rock. Really? You want to give me a kiss? Okay, you want to finish the show? Okay. Anyway, So yeah, it was only a matter of time before they finally put Punk in the main event. So I'm definitely sticking with my guns. I feel we might get heel CM Punk. But then again, let's say, CM Punk wins the title. So originally I was going to have Cody turn heel after Mania, and Jey Uso wins the World Heavyweight title against Gunther. He's going to be the babyface. Cody's going to be the heel. Either way, I'm fine with whatever happens. You know what I mean? So there's that. But either way, that's just how I feel about Elimination Chamber. It's this Saturday. You don't want to miss out. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to watch it on Saturday, but I definitely will be watching Sunday. Me and Ida Biddle over here. So, matter of fact, the doggy bandanas are on the merch stand, merch shop. If y'all want to get your dogs a little bandana for the puppies, like this little guy right here. So, I guess anything else before we wrap the show up? Any final thoughts? Because I know we're gonna wrap it up. It's past just bedtime. It's past bedtime too.
It's been fun, man. Good discussion, and
what's that back?
I wish Clarence could have been here, but his loss. Maybe we'll.
His loss. Well,
yeah,
guess what? He got replaced by Baxter. Baxter's now the new member of the podcast. So yeah, Clarence, you have been officially fired from What a Kayfabe.
We needed to see Baxter's video game collection.
Baxter got a video game collection.
He's got Nintendogs on the Nintendo DS.
Speak on the mic, buddy. Speak on the mic. Good thought, buddy. Good thought. Anyway, but yeah, I could always build a puppy dog gaming collection for him and all that. I'm sure there's some Nintendo DS games. There's actually a game for the Nintendo DS.
Yeah,
based on dogs. So.
Yeah, there's a game called Nintendogs.
Yeah, Nintendogs. Perfect for Baxter. You know, I did not. By the way, I repeat, I did not steal the name Baxter from Anchorman. As a matter of fact, I came up with that all on my own. So for anybody in the comment section saying that I stole from Anchorman, you might be right, but it's no. Came up with that name, and it's gonna be on your name tomorrow on the paperwork. No fart. Anyway, Jeff, thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a long time coming. I know we were supposed to do this years ago, but just time that the moon was not right, the stars were not aligned, and on my end, Joey's camera just looks god awful. But due to a lot of technical difficulties and bullshit, we were able to manage to get you in, and it's fantastic. It's a multiverse episode. By the way, this has been a part of the show where whenever we have guests, we turn over to the guests. If you got anything, like if you want people to check you out, where to check you out, if you got any socials, this is the time to promote yourself. So take it away, sir.
Yeah, so you can check me out on Facebook on Retromaniac. I do promote a lot of video games, but especially more recently, I've been promoting a lot of wrestling. I believe that I'm starting to find my identity of just getting more involved with the independent scene. And so this let's see, not this weekend, but the following weekend on March 8th, I will be sponsoring my first wrestling show with Pro Wrestling 225, which Nick is and the World of Kayfabe family is all familiar with. And so I'm really excited about that. There's a stacked card, just
very stacked.
so much talent. I mean, everyone in the Gulf Coast area knows who Vladimir Koloff is, but there's so much more than just him. I mean, Simon Phillips is really coming into his own.
I'm about to say Simon is definitely coming on his own.
Oh, dude, he's a future star, man. I'm gonna do a prediction video next week. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'm not gonna be picking who you think I would pick. And so, just because I'm not just a fan of
his absence.
Yeah, I'm not just a fan of one particular wrestler anymore, man. I've become a fan of all these independent men and women. I mean, and so there's going to be some women on the card that I've never watched wrestle before. There's going to be, of course, Steve Anthony, who's a world-class talent. And so
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
He's
I was
facing
talking.
Mustang Mike, yeah.
No, Mustang Mike is actually not on the card, which is a shocker. He's actually going up against
Izzy Dane. No, not Izzy Dane.
Izzy James.
Yeah,
Izzy
Izzy
James.
James.
Yeah, which will be the first time I've watched him. But it's going to be a great night.
I've got a glimpse of him back in PW 225 Homecoming. I got a glimpse of him. I actually talked to him. I would like to have him on the show. It'd be pretty cool to see the gutter rat on the show. But yeah, he's pretty badass, dude. And plus, he's got a mohawk, so of course, you know.
Yeah, you got the mohawk. Corey Constantine, I believe he's going to be there. You're going to have the Russell twins, who are just amazing. They've done some stuff with AEW. Was it Dark or After Dark?
Oh yeah, Dark.
Yes. Yeah. And so Orion, which he's done stuff with Malachi Black. Yeah,
I'm happy for that.
So it's going to be a great night. I was talking with Koloff today, and I was just telling man I'm really excited, and I'm hoping that it goes well, where it opens more door of opportunity.
Yeah,
and I'm a passionate wrestling fan, and I think wrestling and y'all would agree with this, but especially you, Nick, that wrestling and video games, it's like a perfect marriage. They just play hand in hand, and so let's just see what.
Better than that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So let's see what happens, and I'm excited with the future holds. You can also, I do have a online eBay store. I do a little bit of reselling. I don't like to call myself a reseller, but if you're looking for something, video game consoles, video games in itself, accessories, check with me, and I have a lot of, I guess you could say, just inventory floating around that a lot of times I'm willing to part from. But yeah, so you can see me at a lot of the wrestling shows here in the Gulf South.
I can vouch for Jeff. He's an absolute great seller. Even though he's not a reseller, he's a great seller. I've actually done multiple business with him. Sitting next to this monitor in particular, Jeff scored me the All Out 2021 Penta attire, which I'll bring it out right now. As a matter of fact, it's very fantastic. Dusty, by the way, because it's right there. But there it is. Shout out to Jeff. Jeff killed it with this.
Still have the price tag, yeah.
Yeah, so well, I mean, it is what it is.
Well, that's kind of what I do. I go and I go with my primary job. I travel all over, and so I look for deals. And I don't like paying full price for anything. And so if I see something that a buddy of mine, I know they have interest in, I'll take a picture of it. Hey man, look what I found. Oh, I'll pick it up from. And that's kind of what's happened. You were looking for Deadpool. I didn't have Deadpool, but I found it. And and that's kind of what I enjoy doing. I love to hunt. I wouldn't say I'm a reseller, but I do like to go hunt and score those great deals.
And I'm glad you mentioned that when it came to Deadpool, right? Because the movie had just came out, Deadpool Wolverine. It just came out, and I'm like, I want to play the game. Well, I go on PlayStation Store, they've taken it down. Xbox, they've taken it down. Go to Game Exchange, they don't have it. Go to GameStop, they don't have it. So it was very hard to find this particular game, and not to mention I didn't realize how much it was. It was very expensive, apparently. But dude, you came in clutch for that, and it's like when you had texted me, "Hey, I got the game." Like, bro, meet me at the gym. Meet me over there. We're doing this fucking deal. Like, plain and simple. Name your price. Oh yeah, you name your price. 120.
Yeah, you pick the price.
120. Perfect. We're going.
That's when Nick sold his soul.
Yeah. Does that make me the final boss?
No, you're not the final boss. No, negative. But in that case, Jeff, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Guys, if you like this episode, please give us a like, give us a follow. Follow us on Twitch. We're live every Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Normally, we're live every 9:30, but in this particular case, I just got back home from working out and I have to let this guy right here out. Right here, I had to let him out and all that good stuff, which I'm about to go let him out in a little bit. Again, thank you guys so much. Also, if you want to check us out on YouTube, the link is down below, I think, or just follow us on Linktree. We're there. Please follow us or subscribe to us. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out any of our content whenever we upload a video. And we got a lot of good stuff coming. Very fantastic. We got a lot of stuff. Hopefully, got more stuff with PW225 because shout out to them. Because let me tell you, they've definitely came in clutch when it comes to What a Kayfabe. They made Homecoming. They made us the official, I think, the official sponsor of Homecoming. So that's pretty badass that they were able to do that. So yeah, go check it out. Go check out Power. Is it Power Move? No.
Power Up.
Power Up. Yeah, Power Up. I know it was something with power. But yeah, go check it out. It's going to be awesome. Great card. I saw the card. Very fantastic selection. Great backdrop. It's just going to be awesome, right? So yeah, follow us on social media platforms. And guys, thank you so much. We'll be back with a brand new episode next week. Until then, goodbye, good night, and we'll see you guys next week. See ya!
Go to bed.